Good morning. Candlelight tonight is 5:32. Mincha will be 5:40. Uh, Now, and remember that next week we're davening at our regular times and we'll be downstairs. Now for a quick Devar Torah. And this week's Parsha and the continuation of the story of Lot and his daughters. His wife, as we remember, looked back and became a pillar of salt. Then there was the problem. Uh, Lot's daughters come up with a comment. They've seen Stum. They know that Stum was destroyed. Some of them were destroyed. It must have been a big event. And they say there's no, who will marry us? That's it. The world has come to an end. And the fact is that just before they say this, the Torah mentions that Lot was avoiding cities because he didn't want to go to a city. Now, if there are other cities and they knew there were other cities, then obviously they knew the world was not destroyed, that it was just these two cities that were destroyed. So what's going on in their minds? Lot did not go to this town because they knew he was from Stum. They knew what had happened to Stum. They didn't want to have anything to do with him, even though he was taken out by the angels. So these two young women, who were his last two daughters who were single, remember he had two other daughters who were killed in Stum, they said, we will never get married. No man will come to us. We'll never know a man, meaning we'll never have relations with any man. We'll never get married. So that's when they decided to get him drunk and have him impregnate them. And he must have been very drunk that he didn't even realize he was having relations with his daughters. That they gave up hope. And that is the lesson here in the Torah, and that they gave birth to two nations which later on would become enemies of the Jews. They were born out of incest. And it's to teach us, don't give up hope. You never know what was going to come around the corner. That just because you think it's the end of the line doesn't mean it's the end of the line. Hashem has other plans. You should also rely on Hashem's plans. Something to think about, especially during these days, as we see the fighting going on in Israel. The reason we say Tehillim, the least we can do, as those guys are giving their all for us, that we can say a little bit of Avinu Malkeinu and Tehillim for them. Something to think about. Do we have a minion still?